Welcome back to another episode of Ask the Skinny Guy Savior. The point of this show is to help 1 million people by the year 2020, specifically skinny guys who want to pack on some rock solid muscle. So I'm your host, Vince Delmonte. I'm taking 5 questions off the fan page, and if you want to get yours answered in a future episode, make sure you like it up at the end of the show. So let's rock and roll. Okay, first question goes to Joshua. You're the man, Vince. My biggest problem is calves. No matter what I do, they just don't seem to grow. Any suggestions? Welcome to the club, my friend. So fortunately, one of my best friends, my business partner, for those of you who all know, he's the one and only IFB Pro bodybuilder, Benjamin Pekelski. He has easily got the biggest calves in pro bodybuilding right now, and he's got the biggest calves I've ever seen on any human being. So I'm gonna steal a couple of his tips that he's shared with our readers on other episodes as well. And one of the things that Ben did when he first started out in the gym when he was in his 20s, this is back in university, was he always started his workouts with calf training. And I believe he said he trained them at least every day, 5 times a week, and he would just do big strip sets. So he'd start heavy and he'd just strip the weight down, and he would train them hard every workout 5 times a week, and he did that for like 5 years. And he said that seemed to work for him. So calf training is something you just got to stick with it, and just don't make the biggest mistake, quitting early. So the next question comes from Andrew. Andrew wants to know, Vince, what are the effects of alcohol on me trying to bulk up? I drink about 3 to 5 liters of beer once a week usually. Okay, so Andrew, here's the deal with alcohol. You have to understand that it's metabolized differently. So once alcohol hits your liver, some of it is converted to fat, but most of it is converted into a substance called acetate. And acetate, when it gets into your bloodstream, it replaces fat as a fuel source. So essentially fat burning gets pushed to the back burner. So the more you drink, the more acetate you're going to have to break down before you start burning fat again and start using fat as a fuel source. So that's one concern. You're going to probably have a harder time staying leaner throughout your bulk if you're doing a lot of heavy drinking sessions. Another problem with bulking with heavy drinking sessions is that it's going to affect your testosterone levels, the most anabolic hormone, and it's going to increase cortisol. The other thing with drinking, it also increases your appetite. And when it increases your appetite, you're going to probably eat more, so you might gain some extra fat in your bulk as well. I know you're a young guy. Just do your best not to go crazy. Once a week, few drinks. Just don't be an idiot about it. I guess that's the best thing I could give you. The question comes from Zach. He says, hey Vince, I love your ebook, No Nonsense Muscle Building. How can I work stretching into my routine if I'm doing your program while still keeping the rest periods short? So here's the deal. Rest periods are short on the first phase. I know which one you're talking about. No stretching in between sets. Reserve your stretching for post-workout. We're going to do static stretching post-workout or at another time of the day. Any time of the day other than before your workout is acceptable. Jesu, question from him is, is there a way to control, correct, or fix skinny fat syndrome at the same time of bulking, or should I focus totally on bulk and then cut all the fat? Yes, you should focus on one at a time. You guys heard me say this saying, if you try and chase 2 rabbits, both are going to escape. And rabbit 1 would be bulking, rabbit 2 would be cutting. So when you try and do both at the same time, you achieve neither of them, and you don't catch either rabbit. So yeah, get focused on one goal. For most guys who already have some excess fat, sometimes it's a better idea to get leaner, because that kind of kickstarts good habits. It requires good habits to get lean. And then with those habits, it's easier to do, it's easier to transition into a progressive bulk, because you've kind of formed those habits of being conscientious about your calories, macros, and your consistency, etc. Next question goes to Andrew Davison. I cannot do pull-ups of any grip style. How would you train someone to do their first full range pull-up, chin-up? By the way, awesome idea to do a Facebook fan page Q&A. Thanks. Thank you, Andrew. I can definitely help you with this. I've got an amazing tip. I've shared this tip with over hundreds of clients who've helped progress up to 10 pull-ups, chin-ups without being able to do any in just a matter of months. The first thing you need to master is a 30-second negative. What that means is you're going to jump up, You're gonna jump up to the top, pull your chin up over the bar. You're gonna use it'll be a pronated grip, and you're gonna take 30 seconds to lower yourself into full extension. What full extension means is your elbows are actually locked out. So this isn't a finished, this is coming down this low is a partial chin up. This is a full chin up. And that's your first tip. Once you can master a 30-second negative, you can post a question up here again and I'll tell you the next tip. So that's it, folks. 5 questions. We knocked those out fast today. If you're finding you're still getting caught up in a lot of the little details of fitness and you're not able to make dramatic, you just haven't had that, let's say, breakthrough transformation, you're definitely a great candidate for picking up any of my programs or someone else's programs. Whoever you jive with as a coach, that's probably a good person to start with. And follow it. Dedicate yourself to implementing it for the next X amount of months and be consistent. Become a task completer. Don't give up until you're done that program and then transition into something else. Most likely you need someone to take all the thought out for you and just organize a program for you that all you need to worry about is execution. That's how I transformed my body at the start. That's how I gained 41 pounds in 6 months. I had somebody take all the thought out for me and they just told me what to do. They said, Vince, do this. Don't ask questions, do it. And I learned as we went. I started understanding the logic behind his reasoning. But I didn't need to make it any more complicated than understanding what my goals were for that day. And then it was action time. So a lot of you guys need to stop reading. You need to stop watching. Some of you guys just need to go to work. It's time to work. It's time to do your road work. So anyways, little rant there. And I appreciate you sticking through this whole video, and if you like it, and I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel too so I can continue to help you and take you right to the finish line. Thanks again. See you soon.